You wanna know what actually makes you an artist? It's not talent, it's not gear, it's not waiting for permission either. If you have the guts to make weird art that you deep down inside might not think it's good enough, and then keep going and going and going, that's what you need. You're in the right spot. Let's go. I've made plenty of embarrassing stuff and plenty of mistakes like this one. Sometimes I even doubted my own work. There were times where I didn't even want to tell anybody I was an artist. But the one thing I did was I just kept showing up. Just keep showing up. No matter how big the mistake, I just kept tweaking, moving forward, tweaking, moving forward. Even after a huge mistake, you don't even feel like waking up, but you do it. You gotta keep moving forward. Now, over time, that's what's important. That's what will mold you to be a unique artist. Ditched what didn't work and then stuck with what did. So today, I'm giving you the real steps that moved me forward, the mindset that I needed to flip the switch. I'm gonna show you the habits that built my confidence. So if you actually wanna become a real artist, I'm gonna start with the first thing that trips people up. They get paralyzed by too much information. They follow too many artists. They think they need all the latest gear. If you think that the latest tablet or some brand of paint or markers is gonna make you amazing, you're wrong. It's not. Create, that's what counts. Let me show you some stuff. Come on. You think you need to buy fancy brushes to start? Look, half of these brushes are from the friggin' paint store. Trust me, I don't go fancy. Let's take a look at some stuff here. Look, a dollar store, okay? This is from the art store. This is from Amazon, Home Depot. Just some tape, like a tray that I had for friggin' 20 years. I use the same tray. I've never even bought a new one ever. I don't need anything special. Look, a pencil case, hot pink, an old notebook. I don't even remember where I got it. You don't need fancy stuff. Let's take a look at my markers. Cheapy, the little Crayola friggin' for kids. You know what I mean? Look, I just got a whole bunch of black markers of all different types. Some of them are dry, some have different textures. Or here's a nice one. There's like a brush one, Japanese. I got this one from Amazon. You don't need fancy equipment to make good art. What you need is creativity. Some people get overwhelmed by all the material and supplies that they don't even get started. Don't let that be you. I'm not saying to use cheap materials on products that you're gonna sell. When you get up to a professional level where you're selling art, then you can move ahead and start using better materials because it has to last. But until then, have fun. This is the fun part. Just buying a bunch of crap. I used to experiment. I used to just go and just buy things I didn't even need, just to try them. Then if I like it and I'm gonna use it, then I'll invest and buy some pro materials. Do not feel insecure because you don't have the best stuff. People know if they're good. So go grab some stuff, go grab some gear, whatever you got in the house, okay? That's good enough. What actually matters is using what you have, right? A pencil case from my kid, some bag that I found for free, a notebook, I don't even know where the hell I got it. I got materials from the dollar store, materials from the art store, everything all mixed in. Listen, what matters is you start. Wherever you are, whatever materials you have, that's what you start with, and you just move along. Nothing happens overnight. It takes time and it takes work. There's no excuses. Go to the dollar store, you got $4, go into your couch, you'll find it. Get yourself a notebook, some pens, a black marker. You know what you can do with that? Damn, people have done a lot with pencil and a black marker. So, which brings me to this point, which might not be too enjoyable for most. Let's go to the computer. Social media. I know. No one has ever been excited to go on social media with their business and show their art. It's never happened, okay? We all feel the same. Now, the one good thing about it is it does hold you accountable. If you go on and you say what you're gonna do, you gotta fucking do it. It's not easy. Sometimes it's not even fun. I'll tell you what, I'm gonna open up my Instagram and we're gonna take a look at some of the mistakes that I made along the way, okay? All right, let's open it up. Here we are. I have not mastered Instagram at all, so I'm not an expert in this. Let's go down here. Let's take a look-see. Draw a birthday cake in 20 seconds. I know, it's stupid. Let's open it up and let's take a listen to this.
Yeah, I think so. 20 seconds.
And then I draw something.
Can you make the frosting drip over the edge?
What did you think of that? I hated it. It's off-brand. It's just not shadow artiste. But I'm just showing you that it's okay to try things. Short form video is actually losing its aura. On the latest research, they say that the value of short form is dying. And you know what? It deserves to. Who the hell likes to make entertainment in 30 seconds at a time? I don't. Anyway, guys, let's close this up. There's my Instagram. I'm just showing you that because it's okay to try things, okay? I tried things, turned out like shit, and then I didn't do it again, and I moved on. You know what I'm gonna do, and I think is actually good advice for a lot of artists out there? I'm gonna stop producing short form content. All I'm gonna do is just share and show my life. That's it. I'm not gonna go out of my way to make like a specially written short form content. Guys, as artists, we have like already enough things grabbing our time. To produce short form content's rough. But if you're making art, it won't hurt to just film yourself making art, or just say a comment, say something, just kind of like following you around, share your day, live and let the camera capture that. I personally haven't done that, but I'm going to implement that style moving forward. But you gotta have a strategy and you gotta stick to it. Now, early is better. Get on social media before you even finish your first piece. Get your name out there. The earlier people get used to seeing your logo, the better. Take advantage of people watching you grow. They become attached to you. They like you, they root for you. It's a nice day outside. I better go out. We don't get many nice days here in Canada. Let's go. All right, now one of the things we're gonna do is we're gonna start with some mindset tips to help your journey. About that social media thing that I said earlier, one of the reasons why you wanna get on early is to take advantage of the psychology that people have for underdogs. Everybody loves an underdog, trust me. Now, you gotta take advantage of that. So let's move on. I know nobody wants to hear this, but if you want your art to actually work, you gotta work on the fundamentals. I know, all those boring subjects like color, composition, shapes, general art knowledge. The more you know, the better. I know you want to just skip all the exercises and the practice and just head straight to drawing cool characters and cool stuff. But let me tell you something, it's worth it. Investing just a couple of weeks, a couple of months understanding the fundamental aspects of what you're doing just makes the whole entire process better. You know, sometimes when you're drawing or you're working on a piece and there's just something about it that doesn't look right, it's usually that you don't have your fundamentals down. Even simple composition makes a world of difference. If you're good at composing a piece comfortably to the eye, goes a long way. I remember avoiding lessons like perspective and anatomy, and yet I wanted to draw comic books. Can you imagine that? Especially if you want to draw comic books, you have to know perspective and anatomy. The area of art that you're gonna do, make sure to understand the basics. That way, then you just build on them, right? Do you know how much I struggle with painting? Painting anything. Acrylic paints, oil paints. You know why? I didn't learn the fundamentals of painting. I've had to learn stuff like recently on how to do some brush strokes and stuff like that. I don't know everything, guys. I wish I did because I've been trying to paint for years and it never looked good. Anyway, I was gonna draw a picture here, but it's already getting dark, so I'm probably just gonna take a picture of something and draw it in the studio. Okay, so let's get going. When you get the basics down, like perspective, shading, and color, things get a lot of fun. And it gets easier too. You can pretty much do anything. Here, let me show you. I ended up taking a picture of this ice cream truck that I'm gonna draw. So let's go have some fun, okay? Which brings me to the next step. Let's go. Practice consistently. You gotta do what you do. If you're an artist, how the hell are you gonna get good if you don't do it consistently? I'm gonna do a watercolor painting. You know how you have supplies around? I'm sure all of us have art supplies at home that have been sitting around that we haven't used. I bought this watercolor kit from Amazon. It was like 10 bucks or something. It couldn't have been expensive or I wouldn't have bought it. And here I have this water container. Yes, this is one of those urine containers from the emergency department. I snatched one and I carry water around in it. It's better than anything I can buy at an art store, trust me. Those little water containers are crap. So let's get to work. I have here a bunch of markers, just an assortment of markers and brushes, just wild style. I don't even know if some of them work. That's why I brought some paper just to check them out before I actually draw. Oh yeah, I'm gonna draw that ice cream truck that I showed you last time. All right, Let's rock. I taped a piece of watercolor paper to my sketchbook. I'll set up the picture over here so I can take a look at it. All right, let's go. I could just go on forever, but anyway, I gotta stop. Here it is, this is what I got so far. And I'm only doing this because I wanna show you that you have to practice, guys. You gotta just practice your creativity. This isn't even what I do. Like I said, I just wanna test out this watercolor. I'm gonna put some watercolor on it, then maybe a little more detail. And then that's it, and I'll just live in my sketchbook. It's really meant for nobody to see, but since I'm showing you, I'm gonna let you see it, right? Okay, I finished. I can finally get this camera out of my face. Holy smoke. Anyway, guys, this is what I came up with. Kind of, I don't know why it came out kind of dark, brooding ice cream truck that you probably wouldn't want to send your kids to. It's weird how like things just come out. I was not expecting to make it look that way. Okay, so let's move on. I got a good mindset tip, but I need something to eat. Here's a mindset tip that I realized the other day that I got from a fitness guy. He said, it's actually very easy to get in shape. He goes, eat protein, lift weights, and reduce or increase your carbs accordingly. When you really think about it, it really is simple, but it's hard to do. It's the same thing as being an artist. It's actually very simple. Get on social media, create a website with your art and products on it, and then spend the rest of your life sending everybody to your website. That's it. 3 steps. That's all you need to become an artist ultimately, but it's hard. That's the thing. Just keep that in mind. It's actually very simple, but it's the consistency that'll get you in the end. But the most important thing, the most important thing is what I'm gonna tell you next. Hold on. The most important thing is your style. The style of the art that you decide to make is the most important decision you can make. I know, and it's a hard one too, because you're like, what am I gonna make? What's going to represent how I feel, and what am I okay with sticking to for a while? You don't wanna jump around in style either. You wanna stick to a certain style and become known for a certain look. You don't wanna waste your time. Style is number one. I tell people spend 1 year developing a style. And you'll know when you get it, You'll feel it. I don't know, you just feel it in your gut that you kind of like you discovered something that no one's done before. And when you do that, I want you to go to the next step, all right? Let's go inside. Now you make a series of pieces, all coherent, solidifying who you are as an artist. And when I say finished, I mean finished, framed, ready to hang. Now, getting a body of work together is what's gonna actually get you over the hump. Because if you have one piece like this, one piece like that, people aren't gonna take you seriously, you know what I mean? Like sure, you might even be skilled, but you have to nail down a style. Then you gotta solidify it with a series. You can tweak and change your style in between the series of pieces that you release, but not all at once. Pick a style, get a portfolio together, finished, framed, ready to hang. In your own style. I'm hoping that I can get popular enough where if you see concrete, drip, and stipple together, it's a shadow artiste. I would like to own this style. You gotta go make a style that is you, that says what you wanna say. Because this art is saying what I want to say. All the steps are in this video. This is an important one. The last 2 is what's really gonna get you to the pro level. Now before I go, I'm gonna give you one more mind tip, all right? Here's the best and the last mindset tip that I'm gonna leave you with. Your number one enemy is gonna be judgment. The spectator, the critic, they're not important. They're not in the ring fighting like you are. They're putting nothing on the line. There's no reward in their life. It's safe. It's just spectating, criticizing you, who's in the ring, trying to do something. Think of it. Think like when Mike Tyson came out in his fight, he was worried about the dude in the 100th row who paid $40 for a ticket. He don't give a flying fuck about that guy. And neither should you about any critic saying anything about the art that you make. Remember that one. Being an artist is not magic. It's not talent. It's actually a bit of grind. You gotta start. It's messy. You adjust as you go along. There's no other way. And if you're a true artist, you really don't have another choice, to be honest. Link and share this video with other artists and watch my other video that I made, AI versus man. You'll like it. It's a good one. All right, guys, Shadow Artiste out. Till next time, let's go.